Hi, Statesman Nation, here with Coach Todd Hafner as we preview the 2017 football season. Coach, you guys are into already several practices.
Right.
You guys have been in for about almost a week and a half now. So, obviously, we're going to talk about last year a little bit. We'll definitely talk a ton about this year. But let's talk just for a second about how preseason's going right now.
Well, we're really pleased, and it's it's Tuesday, and we started over a week ago, and we're on practice 12 or 13 right now, and this morning was a little bit difficult for the kids. It's starting to drag out just a little bit, like it does at every point or every year at about this point. You go out, you get you try and get as much good work as you can, and we've been extremely proud of our kids, the way that they've practiced with good energy and good effort, and with the rain and things, it got a little humid, a little hot this morning, so it was good for us to get out there to start getting acclimated to that, because it's really going to be like that here in a couple weeks when we have to go play. So, we'll get over today, and we'll go out practice great tomorrow, and prepare ourselves to go win a game in a couple weeks.
Definitely. They got spoiled a little bit last year with the weather. It was a little too nice, but now they'll get used to that this August, September weather in the Midwest and all that fun stuff. So
all the fun stuff.
Exactly.
Yep.
Let's recap 2016 quick. Had that rough, and we'll talk about that in a second too. But that rough start of you got those three tough Southern Division teams, and then you reel off 7 in a row, going into at least a chance to make the playoffs against Grandview. Obviously came up a little short there, but still got a conference title once again. So, recap last year a little bit and all the highlights.
Well, I think if you look at it, we were a really young football team last year. To have the start that we had, it against those teams, it makes it tough. And with a young team, if you prepare them and then something happens to them, you have to wait till they get to the sideline to fix it and go through some of that process. And after about game 3, when Baker came in and we didn't really play very well, and they were as good as any team in the country, I think it was an eye-opening for our football team, in the fact that, okay, let's just take a deep breath here. We've got a chance now. We have a renewed start. Let's prepare, let's play. We've seen everything we can see. Now let's just go and play football. And from that point on, our kids started making adjustments on the field, both offensively and defensively. Our kicking game really started to come around. We won a game against Peru State with Hunter B making 2 huge field goals for us. So we won games in a lot of ways, and that really helped us to grow. So as the season went along, our kids gained confidence, and went into the Grandview game with a great opportunity to even win the game. And we just fell a little short, but it was a great run for our kids. We learned a lot. The majority of those kids are back on both sides of the football, and we're extremely excited for 2017.
Yeah, for sure. All right, let's go right into this 2017 year. I know you guys had a huge recruiting class. I think biggest ever.
Biggest ever.
It's easily said, which obviously is exciting in a lot of ways. Obviously, hopefully you got great quality there and a lot of depth at every position that is going to help with the competition and such in the preseason. But let's break down the top guys at each position as we're going through here.
All right. Well, starting offensively, we'll start with our quarterback. Eric Cooper's back. We've recruited a young man, Jonathan Thomas, out of Eastern Arizona Community College, who's come in and done a really nice job. And Tyler Wood would be our top 3 right now. They're all taking reps with the ones still. We'll probably try and make a decision by Thursday or Friday of this week, what direction we want to go with that. And but they've all done a great job. Eric did a good job for us, and unfortunately got injured last year. Van came in and really kind of changed things for us. And so it was one of those situations where we're very pleased with Eric. He's had a great camp so far. Jonathan's had a great camp, coming from an option offense in junior college, and Tyler Wood has been in our program now for this is going to be his 3rd year. So they all bring different elements to the table, and so Eric brings experience. Jonathan brings athleticism, and Tyler brings a little bit of both, and so we're excited that we have the depth we do. It makes it hard on the position coach to make a decision, but it is what it is. And up front, we return all 5 starters from last year. They'll all just be sophomores or juniors, so we're looking forward to having a great year with those guys. They matured a lot, with Nick Jackson and Joe Reshman and Sione Mafua, and
Yep.
you know, Hayden Stender's probably one of the better offensive linemen we've had here in a long time, maybe since Stephen Dolly.
Right.
And Hunter Daly,
Yep.
who was first team all conference last year. And so, you know, behind those guys, you know, we're a little bit young, but we're talented, you know, and they still gained some experience last year. So it's, you know, it's one of those things where we tell them all the time, it's the most unheralded position on the field, but if you're not good up front, you're not going to be good. And so our guys know that and understand that. A slot back position, Carl Sivils has been starting for us for a long time. Sage Erzman's back. Christian Williams is back. We have a transfer, Grant Smallwood, who's done a fantastic job for us. Jesse Bade is still in the mix and is a returner. You know, at receiver we have Jeremiah Benson and Peo Parker, and we have some young guys in the mix right now that we feel really good about. So, you know, tight end Corey Fitzgerald and Trey Bennett. So, you know,
another unheralded positions. I mean, there's a lot more, unfortunately, just blocking when you're getting into that. But they know what they're getting themselves into.
Well,
in the recruiting process, they're not being lied to that
no.
you're going to get the ball thrown to you 20 times.
No,
20 times a year if you're lucky.
Yeah, right. But when we do throw it to those guys,
they got to be ready.
They got to be ready, and they probably have to be ready to make a big play.
Yeah, right.
And so, you know, Jeremiah last year against Graceland caught a post route in the last minute of the game to win the game for us.
Yeah.
And so those are the kind of plays that we'll need those guys to make.
For sure.
You know, defensively, you know, up front with Rashawn Coleman back and Anthony Jackson back, and you know, we're missing Hunter Berry, but you know, we've got
really quick guys,
Marcus Bell and Cooper Gosh, and you know, so we've been able to mix and match some guys to really make us good.
Yeah.
At linebacker, Mason Wissey, I mean, first team all conference last year. Aaron Allen, Clive Manuel, Jake Baptiste, who's been starting since he was a freshman.
And back healthy.
And Leandre Fisher, who was had to sit out last year, is now eligible and getting ready to go. So we feel really good about our depth, you know, in those front six guys.
Yeah.
You know, in the secondary with Kyle Baldessari and Josh Vasquez, and you know, we lost some at corner with Antonio Brown, obviously. You know, we lose a big player there, a key player. But Brandon Davis has come in from a junior college and feel good about that. DeJon Shaw, who started quite a few games for us last year, and so, you know, Nate Dedman, who's back. So we keep saying he's back. He's back. I mean, we've returned like 17 or 18 starters.
Tons of guys that got all this experience last year. They're like, you go in thinking, oh, that doesn't look good. That doesn't look good on paper. There's a lot of freshmen. But those guys stepped up, gave you a 7-game winning streak. I mean, how can you be mad at that? And all this great experience that they get to now go into this year saying, okay, I wasn't so good there, but I was really good at this, so I can work on this and continue to improve, and they should be better.
And you know, you bring up the point of, you know, they got good experience. We looked out, you know, we were 0-3. We go down to Central Methodist. At one point, we had 4 freshmen in the secondary playing in the game, tied 21-21.
Right.
You know, and so, you know, they didn't just get mop-up duty. They were put in pressure situations and performed. And so, like you said, they have had some time to fix some of their flaws and things like that. And you know, we're really excited about, you know, our football team in general, and you know, in special teams, you know, Hunter Beam's back, Aaron Allen's going to punt for us, and you know, those two are as good as anybody in the conference. And so
Hunter's big leg, for sure.
Right, and so we feel good about our football team. You know, we have to go perform, and we have to prepare, and we have to go play on Saturday, but we have the potential to be a really, really good football team.
Yeah, definitely. You know, schedule-wise, again, it's how it just worked out in our schedule. Things got flipped up a little bit after the first 2 years in the league, but still, it's the situation of starting with the big three of Baker, Missouri Valley, Mid-American Nazarene on the south side. Then you get the others, and then you go into North Action. But talk about, again, just going through, and we'll talk about it tonight too with the media and community night. So don't give away too much.
Okay.
I want people to watch tonight. But you know, that's a tough road to start with. But again, these guys are experienced now.
Right.
You know, so they should be ready to go immediately snap one of game one.
Right, and the moment won't be too big. I mean, you know, we'll be going into some big games, and you know, the way the NAI playoff system is set up, they're really all big games.
Yeah.
Because if you lose, you know, you drop. If you win, you gain. And so it's so important to really approach each and every week like, you know, this is a game that we need to win. This is a game that we need to win. And really you have to prepare yourself to go win every week. You can't say, well, if we should happen to not play well and lose, then we're going to be okay. No, we got to go play well every single week. And the top 3 teams are as good as 2 of them are ranked in the top 11 or 12. Right off the bat. And Mid-American Nazarene, is one of those teams that could for sure be a top 25 team anytime soon. And and so you look at the rest of the schedule. CMU's better. They return a lot of starters. Evangel, we go down there, and last time we went down there, we didn't play very well. And Avila with a new coaching staff, you never know what you're going to get there. So when you get to the north, you know what you're going to get. You know it's going to be a battle each and every week. Culver Stockton's got a new coach with a great attitude, and
Grace on the same respect. New
absolutely,
coach and great attitude.
Yep, and they're all good. I mean, they're good people. So that they're recruiting good kids. They're going to want to play hard for them. And, so it's just one of those things where it's about our preparation and then how we approach with a positive attitude each and every week, knowing that we have to go do everything we can to win games.
Right, definitely. I don't want to say which side are you more excited about, because you don't want to say, I'm really excited about the offense because the defense is going to say. You don't want to say that, but I mean, obviously you're an offensive guy. But talk just in general terms of both sides and what they're.
Well, I think the most improvement that we've seen so far, obviously, has come on the offensive side because we were so young and so inexperienced last year. So to see the development is exciting. On the defensive side, to see our coaches be able to implement some of the things that could really take our defense to the next level, and watching those guys pick those things up and really be able to make the adjustments and things like that. I think that's what's fun about what's going on right now is offensively we're so much more advanced than we were at this time last year with calls and everything like that, what we're able to do, and our defense now is able to take it to the next level because of the experience that we do have.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, the big old question, keys to success. What's gonna? I mean, obviously the staples of being healthy and getting good leadership, whatever. But what else stands out on this team to take you guys to the next level?
I think what we found out last year as we went on that winning streak was how our attitude.
Okay.
As long as our kids were positive, as long as we were energetic, as long as we gave great effort, because there were times in those first 3 games that we had to coach effort, and that's something that as coaches we should never have to do. All right, we should never have to coach that. And once we got once the players bought into that and gave great effort, then our whole season changed. And so I think that those are the keys for our football team, is that it's vitally important that we give great effort and we play with great energy. And if those things happen, they're experienced enough now that the X's and O's will take care of themselves.
Yeah, definitely. All right, Coach. Well, you guys have a fun 11-game season ahead of you. Baker, the national runner-up right out the gate. But again, like you said, every game is big. So go out. Show them who you are from day one. Show them what Statesman football looks like, and get after it next Saturday down in Baldwin City, Kansas. So if you guys can't make it, it'll be web streamed as well and all of that fun stuff. Best of luck, Coach.
Thank you very much. We're excited. We're really excited. Thank you.
All right, thanks.